Stout, founder and CEO of Vinco Bar Exam Coaching, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 21. Bar prep, but make it festive. Today, we are going to be making bar exam advent calendars, which I'll get to in a second. First, today's holiday sweater. I don't have any Disney characters or Grinch today. This is just a typical Christmas sweater. My husband said it was ugly this morning, but I like it. But what might be different and shocking to you is that I actually have very curly hair. I realize that I've been mostly straightening it or doing like the nice curls with the curling iron for Vlogmas videos, but this is what my hair looks like. So surprise, I have curly hair. Anyway, back to today's topic of advent calendars. So this is a secular advent calendar, non-religious advent calendar. And for those of you who don't know, an advent calendar is something that you open every day until Christmas. They can have, sometimes they have like chocolate or little toys. I gave my husband one this year that had bourbon in it every day. Not your typical advent calendar. But I loved translating this idea into something that you could do for bar prep, because particularly in 2020, going into 2021, studying for the bar exam, having a little something to look forward to every day to help keep you motivated is incredibly important. So some ideas I had for things that you could put in your advent calendars were, candy, chocolate, little like edible treats that would, make you happy to open up. You could write down quotes, like do a quote of the day advent calendar. You could have family and friends write you little messages of encouragement that you could fold up and put in there. You could write down a different like treat or activity. So it could be like get a drink from Starbucks, or call this friend for 30 minutes, or go outside for a walk, like different activities, all different activities or treats or things that you like to do. And then put one in every day. And then you can be surprised every day by what you put in. Or be creative with whatever, you like. People like different things. Those are basically suggestions based on things that I like and I would find motivating. But depending on how you want to utilize this and what you want to put in it would kind of depend on the size that you make it and the different ways that you do it. So I'll give you a couple of different suggestions for ways that you can do it, and I'll show you the way that I'm setting it up. But there are a lot of different ways, and maybe if I remember, I'll link an article to give you some different ideas on how to do it. So, all right, let's get started. All right, the first thing I want to do is show you the supplies I have. Now, as I mentioned, there's a lot of different formats you can do this in. I am doing it with a pill organizer. So I bought this pill organizer from Amazon. It has 28 days. You can see I started doing the first one so I could make sure that what I wanted to do was going to work. So this would be good for little messages, quotes. I am writing down like fun things to do in mine. Give me an idea of something to do with my downtime. So if you wanted to put like, you could even put like little pieces of candy in here, something like that. If you wanted to do something bigger, you could use tiny jars and maybe like reset them every week, so you don't have like, a whole month worth of jars around. I've done them with little burlap bags. I did them for my niece and nephew one year and put like little toys in them. So that was slightly bigger. So basically you need a container, right? You need containers to put things in. So I'm using this box to do that. And then in addition, as you can see on this one, right, I'm decorating them. And so the supplies that I'm using to decorate them are literally just things that I had in my house. This is not fancy. So I'm covering them. This bag has a bunch of washi tape in it, like a lot, because I use it for my vision board and other things. So organizer, washi tape. I have one black marker, Post-its in various colors, glue, and scissors. Okay, so those are the supplies that I'm using if you want to make one exactly the way I'm making it. But again, this is more just to give you an idea. I'm not the craftiest person or the best DIYer, so you might be able to find better tutorials out there, but this is what I'm using and this is how I'm making mine. Okay, so sorry for the kind of awkward camera angle we have going on here, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So I have everything in front of me right here and on the side. So let's do it. The first step that I took was I took one of them out and oops, that one's get back in there. The first thing I'm going to do is I cut pieces of orange Post-it, and I'm going to now cover all of these so that you can't see the, week 1, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So to do that, all I do is use my kids' Gorilla Glue because, I'm actually a child. I literally got this because I always get glue all over everything, and then you can't see it when I use this one. Okay, so I just cut the Post-it note up, put some glue on it, and I'm gluing it on the top. So now I'm going to do the rest. Okay, now that I have them all covered with little pieces of orange Post-it, I used orange because it's orange, but you can pick any color combos that work for you. The next thing I do is use the washi tape to cover it up the rest of the way. So again, you could just leave them also, but I like to do, arts and crafts type things in my free time. So I don't mind doing this kind of stuff, but you could also do this without the crafting piece. So just cover it up. This is just to give it a little bit more of a background and make it look fun. So I would probably do, I will probably do, because I'm going to do this. I'm going to use this during bar prep because, coaches get stressed out during bar prep too. So I'm going to use this during bar prep this year to put I'm going to put little activities in here. That's what I'm going to do. I'll show you when I get to that phase. So what I was saying is that I will do each of the 4 ones in a different color pattern. So I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. So covered that up. So what I mean is how each of these, I'll probably use a different combo of Post-it note and washi tape, for each week to make them look a little bit different. Okay, so now what I'm going to do next is just finish filling in the rest of these with washi tape before we go on to our next step. So the next thing I'm going to do is I cut up some more small pieces of Post-it note, and I'm going to write the numbers on them here and then glue them on. So we'll start with, use this to lean on. The next one would be number 2. I forget where I got these, probably on Amazon, but I like them because they have a brush tip and I feel like I can make nice thick lines with them. And I also feel like they make my sloppy handwriting look a little bit more neat. So write the number, get my trusty glue stick back out and make a mess with it because, that's crucial. And I smudged that number a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to roll with it. Yeah, there we go. Glued it on. So I'm going to go finish those up now. All right, so that is what the outside looks like. It's done. Again, I'm not probably going to win any awards for my artistic abilities, but I like the color combination. I think it's cute. And then the final thing that I would do is fill it up. So again, I'm using Post-it notes. And I forgot I did this a little while ago. I put one in this one. So I'm writing a little activity that I can do every day. And this says, watch 30 minutes of Disney rides. So what I would do, I'm a huge Disney fan. And so since I can't go to Disney right now, I like to watch videos of the rides. I don't know if that's weird, but there you go. That's what I do. So what I would probably do is I would write these all out, fold them up, and then mix them up so that I wouldn't know what was in what day, and then put them all in. So I might do all 28 days on one color Post-it, even if I'm using a different color scheme. So I wouldn't know what it is. So I could be surprised. And then that's it. Then I would take it, put it back in my organizer here, and then I will finish doing the rest. And I probably will decorate the outside of the box as well. Again, I basically, other than the pill organizer, which I didn't have, everything else I already had in the house: pens, Post-its, scissors, glue, and washi tape, which I use for vision boarding, like I said, which we'll use when we do vision boarding together. So this was really inexpensive. I think it was like $15 or less to get the pill organizer. You could make this as much or as little as you want. This was really just to give you an idea. All right, that is a wrap on our advent calendar. I hope that you got some ideas for how to create one for yourself. And even if you don't choose this exact format of the advent calendar idea, I do hope you consider ways that you can incorporate some fun and some levity and some little surprises for yourself throughout bar prep, because it can get boring, particularly if you're studying for the February bar exam and you live somewhere where the weather is cold and now we're mostly stuck inside. And this is just something that you can do, whether it's exactly like this or in some other way that works better for you. Really adding a little bit of joy on the day-to-day, I think, is so important. All right. So if you want to learn more about Vinco, you can find us at vincoprep.com. We are starting to run out of time to sign up for the February bar exam. So please do reach out soon if you're interested in working with us, and we can set you up with a free consult if you email info@vincoprep.com. Sheena will help you out with that. So I will see you tomorrow for our next video.